Today's Flash Review covers East of West number 20 by Jonathan Hickman and Nick Dragotta. This issue was published by Image Comics on August 26, 2015. Finally, readers have been waiting for this one for a while. The last issue came out in May, so there's been a bit of a break. Issue 20 takes place behind the scenes of the PRA and the Endless Nation. If you've never read this series before, it's a bit like Game of Thrones in that it jumps around to different sets of characters in different nations, and they're all vying for power. That being said, this issue slows it down and condenses the scope a bit. Some people find this issue to be a bit of a slower paced one, but I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. Not every issue needs to be packed to the brim with action, especially when you consider people reading the hardcover down the road need the story to slow down to catch their metaphorical breath. It actually kind of reminded me of Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, with its focus on diplomatic discussion, but without it being all muddled and uninteresting. From a story and writing standpoint, this issue is a bit of a tease. The cover shows an illustration of Babylon, but inside it didn't mention him at all. It actually shifted focus onto the Union and the Endless Nation. There's also some flashback stuff to the PRA, and we learned a bit of history of the Widowmakers. I always love learning anything about the PRA. I find them to be the most interesting and fleshed out nation in the entire story. As far as favorites go, it's a toss-up between them and the Endless Nation for me. I'd be interested to know what your guys' favorite nation is in the comments. While we did see some of the inner workings of the Endless Nation, I wish we could have been given more. Though I suppose you only have so many pages in a floppy to work with. Besides, I did like the backstory on Doma. She's definitely one of the most interesting characters in the book. Side note, every time I see her, I think back to that Black Parade music video by My Chemical Romance in the 2000s. Anyway, in summation, most of this issue was a setup for a plot twist at the end, and it did a good job of piquing my curiosity. As far as the art goes, I loved it, and Frank Martin's colors were absolutely stellar. The Mayan and Tron-esque soldiers from the Endless Nation looked amazing. I really hope to see more of that kind of design in the future. If I had a complaint, it's that about 6 pages into the issue, we're greeted with 4 pages of filler showing a giant logo. I love minimal design, but this just seemed unnecessary to me. But honestly, we've seen this before, and I'll keep pulling this series regardless. That's it. If you liked the review, please make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what you would like to see reviewed in the future.